Hi, I'm Ben Shapiro, and this is Reality Check. President Obama believes that the power of the presidency is virtually unlimited. On November 20th, President Obama announced he would unilaterally grant executive amnesty for some 4 to 5 million illegal immigrants. To justify doing this without Congress, he said this:
"There are actions I have the legal authority to take as president, the same kinds of actions taken by Democratic and Republican presidents before me, that will help make our immigration system more fair and more just."
In fact, Obama actually said he has the magical ability to expand his own powers under the Constitution.
What we've done is we've expanded my authorities under executive action.
Now, of course, on no less than 22 previous occasions, Obama said he didn't have the authority to grant executive amnesty under the Constitution. That's because prosecutorial discretion doesn't extend to handing people work permits. That's like saying that a prosecutor now has the ability not only to avoid charging a suspect, but can also give the suspect a $100 gift certificate to Macy's anytime he chooses. But now, things have changed. Why? Well, because Congress is mean.
And to those members of Congress who question my authority to make our immigration system work better, or question the wisdom of me acting where Congress has failed, I have one answer: pass a bill.
Which, of course, makes perfect sense, given the famous "F you" clause of Article 2 of the Constitution, which reads, "If Congress shall not do what the president says, he shall do it on his own," and then blame Congress for doing nothing. Obama has used the "F you" clause many times. When it comes to foreign policy, Obama knows that Congress has the authority to create sanctions, not the president, so he has declared that he will sign an executive agreement to remove the sanctions, and the media report he'll then go to the United Nations and undermine any future congressional sanctions. When it comes to firearms, Obama knows he can't just get rid of the Second Amendment, so he has his Bureau of Alcohol and Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives attempt to regulate the most common rifle ammunition in the country before public pressure forces a rethink. When it comes to the internet, Obama knows he can't get legislation through Congress to regulate it, so instead, he pressures the Federal Communications Commission, a supposedly independent agency, to regulate the internet. Ajit Pai, who's an FCC commissioner, said just that.
Now, I would note that I've gotten a decent amount of criticism for calling it President Obama's plan, but today, if you look at the Democratic National Committee website, they brag about the fact that, quote, the FCC just approved Obama's plan for internet regulation. Well, I mean, I think, when even the political party that inspired it is taking credit for it, we have to call it what it is, which is a presidential plan to regulate the internet.
So he's expanded his treaty authority. He's expanded his prosecutorial discretion. He's expanded the regulatory authority of his executive agencies. He's even basically taken control of independent agencies. Now, the good news is that President Obama says he will never use this authority for evil. He'll embody our common purpose, a higher purpose. That's what he actually says. And his people say he's only doing what the American people want anyway. And that's comforting. Let's trust him. After all, he also says, quote, the government will make use of these powers only insofar as they are essential for carrying out vitally necessary measures. It will always be the first and foremost task of the government to bring about inner consensus with the president's aims. Oh, wait, sorry, that was Hitler assuming total power in 1933 under the Enabling Act. My bad. Well, the point is that we should always trust great leaders who tell us how they will restrict their use of their own executive power, particularly President Obama. We should trust him to limit his power. After all, we trusted him to limit his power on Obamacare and to tell us the truth on it.
It's a very clever, basic exploitation of the lack of economic understanding of the American voter.
Bad example. We trusted him before on executive authority.
With respect to the notion that I can just suspend deportations through executive order, that's just not the case.
I give up. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel or click here to give a quick donation.